Marsala was very beautiful, and the Salesian spirit there was strong. It was there that I had my calling to depart as a missionary. I could not imagine becoming a priest because a priest was a very important figure, with high standards and a high image. That was for VIPs only, and I was a simple boy, a farmer, so I said I would like to be sent on a mission abroad. Yes, I wanted to become a Salesian missionary, but not in Italy indeed, not in Sicily, but abroad. More than 200 missionaries went abroad in 1934 and 1935 to celebrate Don Bosco's sainthood. They went to China. I said, I want to go to a leprosarium. In fact, from when I was young, I had seen pictures of lepers from different parts of the world, and I wanted to dedicate my life to them. The Salesians had a leprosarium in Colombia, which had about 3,000 sufferers. However, I left from China.
Io sono venuto qua, uno come di voi. Viviamo assieme.
I remember my first meeting with the lepers. I told them, I came here as one of you. I will live with you altogether.
Vivevano soli, abbandonati, nascevano bambini.
In front of Macau, there was a forgotten island where the lepers lived. They had escaped from China, and the government of Macau put them, the men, first on Green Island, then in Calawan, which housed the women with leprosy. So the government put them all together, sick men and women. It was a real mess. They were completely abandoned. Many children were born in terrible conditions. Kaho Leprosary is on Calawan Island, which became part of Macau during the mid-19th century, while Macau itself had been Portuguese since the end of the 16th century. The leper colony on Calawan was opened after World War II, using some abandoned villas built by wealthy Macanese merchants in a period when that was a remote place facing the sea. So a new life started. My first rule was, we are men like all the others. They were the lowest category of mankind, in fact, and you could write at the entrance, abandon hope, you who enter here. Nobody exited. Not even the doctor entered there, and surely nobody dared to sign the exit permits for those who were completely healed. So they all died there, and someone, it is hard to say, committed suicide by throwing themselves from the gorge. No hope, no sense. The second rule that I established was, if I'm healed, I can go away. The third rule was, we must live a normal life by celebrating the Mass, cultivating the land, rearing hens and animals, electing representatives, holding meetings, celebrating festivals and Christmas, and so on. The church was built by Tuscan architect Asio Acanci, a resident of Macau since the 1930s, as well as a sculptor and an architect. Father Nicosia lived in a small apartment at the back of the church. He stayed there until 2011, but it has since been left abandoned. A wonderful bronze Christ on the cross and Mary holding Jesus were donated by the great Italian sculptor Francesco Messina. Now I'm happy, because I know that the government of Macau intends to renovate the buildings in the village of the lepers in Calawan. Besides taking care of the leper colony, Father Nicosia promoted the construction of a nearby school and took care of a house for disabled children. The chapel of St. Francis Xavier was built in 1928 on the southern part of Calawan. The chapel contains some of the most sacred Christian relics in Asia, including the remains of 26 foreign and Japanese Catholic priests who were crucified in Nagasaki in 1597, as well as those of some of the Japanese Christians who were killed during the Shimabara Rebellion in 1637.